Well. WrestleMania Night 2. Might as well just go ahead and run through all the intros. I'm sorry. KG's mean mug face is like menacing and comical at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like he should have a number up under his damn chin the way he looking right now, for real.
That boy needs an enema. Did you tally up the wins? We can't hear you muted. Come back to us.
Give me a second. I can do that right now. Go continue on with your soliloquy.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. James, you can bring us in. This is WrestleMania night.
Welcome to the Sideline Junkie Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs. This is the second night of WrestleMania that just ended. I am your host, the Nubian Sumo, along with my compadres, the big guy KG in the middle, and Mr. Don Rodriguez on my far left. Like I said, WrestleMania just ended, and as the intro let us know earlier, a little while ago, somebody's got some beef.
He mad. Somebody we could tell picked Cody Rhodes to win.
No, I picked Cody. He picked Roman. I thought he picked Roman.
Pick Cody.
He picked Cody.
You picked Cody?
Yeah.
You can't see his heart on his sleeve right now.
Nah. I like I said before, man. I got a lot of anger in me right now for many different reasons. But what'll make it better is if you acknowledge me as your champion for 2023. Thank you very much. I won WrestleMania.
I can't acknowledge you, unfortunately.
You better.
You operate underneath the table, so I can't acknowledge you.
Well, everything's done under the table. What are you talking about? What is your fealty lie?
Help that I had last night. I acknowledge you, KG. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief.
Thank you.
Oh, no, you didn't. Really?
I acknowledge you, sir.
So what is your fealty lie, Don Rodriguez?
You putting him that over? Tribal chief?
I'm putting him over. I am his Paul Heyman.
Whatever. I'll acknowledge that you at the host stand. That's what I'll acknowledge. I'll acknowledge that you at the top of the steps. I'll acknowledge that.
Over 20 years later, and you still hating.
Work. I'll acknowledge that. Take your punk ass over to baseball or baseball tonight. Well, you ain't have baseball night. NBA tonight. Go manage the rock wall. Hell, go over there to jump zone.
Yeah. You remember what happened the last time you had me at jump zone? Just to want to come over and start my game and stuff and pull the cord. That could have been anybody. I was in the middle of a conversation. She was pretty. What the fuck?
Yeah, she was also flying at that point too. Whee! But anyway, night 2, WrestleMania. They were actually able to squeeze, as promised, an extra 1,000 people in attendance. They found a couple more seats just to make KG happy for his win. So we'll talk about the first match of the night. Omos and Brock setting the stage, leading us off. Was it worth the effort?
I believe they switched it up. I believe Omos was supposed to win the match, and they switched it up at the last minute.
Why?
It just seemed like that. It just seemed like it was going Omos's way, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, and Brock, because I think Brock went into business for himself, really. Because there is a theory where he actually was supposed to lose to the Undertaker the night he broke the streak, and he went into business for himself.
There's a theory, but
it's
that
a theory
wouldn't hold up if Taker wouldn't allow it.
Well, I'm just saying it's a theory out there that happened, and I'm thinking that might have happened tonight. And it's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's just my opinion. That's the way it felt to me.
I mean, it was Omos's first opportunity at the grandest stage of it all, where he really, he was on his own. He didn't have AJ Styles or anybody else. It was just him. So, I'm okay with him losing to Brock. There's no harm in that. It's Brock Lesnar. But that was a short match, though. That's all I
It
got.
should have been.
That was a short match.
Shouldn't have been no longer than 10 minutes, but
should have been the first match of the night, though. I don't think.
Yep.
I would have switched that. If anything, I would have put the women's fatal four way tag team fatal four way first, and then did Brock and Omos.
Interchangeable.
Cena and Austin Theory. I mean, they set the tone for the night. Versus, what we had tonight, Omos and Brock, it was and then we went to, unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and take me in that match with Ronda and Shayna. Like Ronda maybe had what 2 total clock minutes of time in the ring, and they won a match. What'd you say?
I think she's still hurt.
She didn't look hurt.
She may not have been 100%.
Yeah, she may not have been 100%, but if they were protecting her, she shouldn't have been in the match. She could have been.
No, apparently they needed her in the match for star power.
I guess they didn't need, or maybe they did need it to be a fatal four way.
No, it needed to be a fatal four way to match the men's fatal four way. So they could have did a
women's lumberjack match.
They probably couldn't find another tag to put in there, so they threw them in there.
Well, which is disappointing because I would imagine Triple H could have, well, I don't know, maybe went to NXT. Like I said, a lumberjack match would have solved everything. Or a triple threat lumberjack match. Just me. Mm-hmm. But, in comparison to last night, where the men's tag was actually really good, the women, I don't know if it was nerves or what, but was not pretty. KG?
Liv Morgan.
We don't get out of that. What?
Liv Morgan.
That was not her best tonight. I'm sorry.
No, that dive where she jumped up and she got tossed out of the ring. Epic. I loved it.
Does anybody know where Shayna Baszler's shoe went? I mean, she pulled a chainsaw Charlie on us, and we don't even know how it happened. She rolled up in the ring with one shoe. What the hell just happened? Did you miss something?
I have no clue. The only thing I noticed about them two was the face paint. They trying to pull a Road Warriors on us.
Yeah, they rode something, but I don't know. To me, I know Perry was not watching that match. I can tell you that much. Like that was some hot garbage. So no disrespect to the women, but yeah, that was not no. But then what really also didn't make sense was Bobby Lashley coming out with the Andre the Giant Memorial trophy. Granted, he may be the only one that could lift it up and carry it, but what was the point of it? If nobody else was going to come out.
Just acknowledge the fact that he won that battle royal. No other reason.
No, they do a vignette for that.
Normally.
So I don't know.
Either he was supposed to have a match. They went on ahead and they probably couldn't get out of the fact that they had to pay him anyway because they had him scheduled for a match. They might as well just go ahead and use him.
And I was going to ask, what the hell happened to that match?
I told you when we did the picks. I told you it wasn't a guarantee that Bray was going to be in the match. And then they turned around and they canceled the Wyatt 6 gimmick. So yeah, he wasn't going to be around. He was there. He was in Los Angeles. But I told you. That's why I said I wanted my asterisk.
So just putting it out there, the first 3 segments of the show, lackluster. Then we come to
what I tell you about night 2.
Yeah. Then we come to match of the night, in my opinion. And I don't know if I'm going to get the KG on this one, considering that, he called match of the night early, and we had match of the night later on. But to me, Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre was match of the night. I call that match Chop House 47. Because, my God, them boys was going in. So we'll see. Sumo, do you agree? Or are you going to say Cody and Roman was match of the night?
I'm not even going to say Cody and Roman was match of the night. To me, no.
So what would you say your match of the night is?
Oh, we'll get to it.
Oh. If it's not that one, I'm hoping you're not going to say.
Titus O'Neil kind of ruined that match for me.
Really? Call 911?
It's called kind of ruined, kind of brought that down a few notches for me.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed that better than Corey Graves.
No, you can't. I'm sorry. I like Corey Graves.
I like Corey Graves too, but sometimes, you get over it. That sometimes Corey Graves is better in a 3-person announce desk, and sometimes he's okay with 2. That's how I feel about Corey Graves.
Titus needs to go back, slide back under the ring.
KG, what do you think?
Nah, that wasn't my match of the night. My match of the night came later on.
Dang. Did y'all at least like the match, though?
I mean, it was a good match. It was supposed to be. It was a great match, but it wasn't match of the night, in my opinion.
Is one of y'all trying to say Bianca versus Asuka is match of the night?
That's it for me.
That's it for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like
the
Bianca
intro
was playing. No, the intro was hot. Now,
no,
that's
from Asuka. Asuka's intro was top notch. Bianca's intro, top notch. Like my wife even stopped and stood in the middle of the living room. She said, "I like that."
But that's intro. We talking about matches.
Hold on, that's just where it started. The flow of the match, the story that was told, epic, because it had me sitting on the edge of my seat. Oh, not yet. Oh, beautiful artistry.
And you ain't never. I mean, you out of all the matches that I've seen Bianca Belair wrestle in, I ain't never seen her come out of a match that disheveled. She looked like she'd been in an actual fight.
Mm-hmm.
That braid was toe up from the flow up when they got done. And when she was in the back doing that interview afterwards,
mm-hmm.
She looked like she'd been in an actual fight. I've never seen her look like that after any match she's been in. So she went through.
You never saw Bianca versus Asuka 1 or Bianca versus Asuka 2 and NXT? You never saw those matches?
Even then.
No. Go back and watch those matches and see how Bianca looked.
But I'm saying.
Unfortunately, those were better matches. In my opinion.
Maybe.
Asuka and NXT.
Tonight.
Huh?
We talking about tonight.
You said you've never seen them. I'm asking you, did you watch those matches? Because
I don't recall those matches. I did see them, but I don't necessarily recall those matches.
Oh, I recall them because they were it was NXT in its prime. That's all I need to say. So when you put 1 and 2 together, that's what you was expecting to see is super magic.
Keeping continuity.
Asuka was, nobody's ready for Asuka, and she was taking down everybody.
Well, maybe they were just keeping continuity from those matches that you're talking about. But I'm just saying, compared to the matches that we saw tonight, that was my match of the night.
KG, we know you just fangirling, so.
I can't just have a genuine affection for the artistry. I can't have a genuine affection for the story that was told. I just can't be genuine.
How long we been doing this show?
5 years.
Yep. I ain't seen no genuine yet.
Oh,
I didn't see lust about, what we'll say about 45 Saturdays out the year.
that's a married woman, and she's married to one of my favorite wrestlers. It's a married woman.
When does that stop you before, Jordan Grace? And you actually was just randomly visiting her house, if I recall.
Once again, about to get me locked up for something that never happened. Didn't have
show
to
up
randomly visit. I met Gresham once. Coolest dude.
Showed up with a package, right?
Always walk around with the package.
Just the wrong person opened the door. Just the wrong person opened the door.
I always walk around with the package. You know? Hey, it's just my package. God delivered it. I accepted the charges.
What can Brown do for you?
Come on, man. I gotta go to work in the
morning. Oh man. So Shane O'Mac, were you expecting that?
No.
I wasn't expecting none of that.
But you got to give kudos to the Miz and Snoop for saving that. They saved that segment because I wondered.
That was a work.
I wondered, was it a work? Was it a shoot? But I think Shane really hurt himself. I think he blew out his Achilles.
I think that was a work.
Have you seen the videos from when they took him backstage?
No, I've been looking for those.
They got video online already. Not about maybe 10 minutes after that. I saw 2 videos on Instagram where they were walking Shane back to the back. Nah, that's a shoot.
We'll have to see because things happened a little too quickly.
No,
for them to slide that into Snoop that fast.
Earpiece, baby.
Not taking anything away from Snoop.
Earpiece. But here's the thing: he either blew out his Achilles or he blew out his quad.
Yeah, I think it was probably his like his ankle or his Achilles, like KG said, because he was actually walking on it, but he had 2 people on either side of him while he was walking. He was walking real ginger. So I don't think it was like I don't think it was hard or a calf. I don't think it was a work though. What would be the point of doing that? What would be the point of working that?
Because you're working in Snoop to actually get physical.
He could have got physical without that.
You didn't need that.
It wouldn't have made sense.
Why do you need Shane McMahon to do that?
It wouldn't have made sense. To me,
why would it make sense? Miz would have done something to him from what he did the night before with Pat McAfee. He'd already been talking junk about him. So he sent in Shane McMahon, right? Shane McMahon comes in, he gets fucked up. Otherwise Shane would have did what he was gonna do. He was gonna have a match. He didn't have his match at Royal Rumble, so they're giving him a second chance.
We'll see. I'm calling it a work.
It was a shoot. He got hurt. He actually got hurt.
We'll see. Because it is WrestleMania. If you're gonna produce something that could defy belief, then this is the stage you would do it in. It was just
I'll see
too convenient. It's too convenient.
It's doing too much to bring Shane into that. If
they
were gonna do this, don't Miz anyway. What's the point in bringing Shane?
If you would have put somebody else in, then it would have been a match. Then that would have been the same thing you did last night.
If Shane hadn't got hurt, it would have been a match.
Nah, I wouldn't. I was expecting if they were gonna actually do the match, it'd have been a quick one. Shane would have went coast to coast, called it a day.
Yeah, it'd be quick. It'd be quick. It wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been as long as the Pat McAfee match last night. It would have been something quick, but it would have been a match between him and Miz and Shane, and not Miz and Snoop.
I call it a WrestleMania moment for Snoop. Manufactured WrestleMania moment for Snoop.
Yeah, in the end, that's what it is. Good thing he remembered how to do a working punch.
So Finn Balor and Edge, Hell in a Cell. No Gangrel. No Christian.
No Gangrel.
Nope.
No Gangrel.
Bullshit.
No Christian.
Edge.
The Edge entrance was good, but like they did the night before with with Seth Rollins, they fucked it up.
First of all,
Edge
it was too light.
he comes up through the smoke, through the fire. He's got the gimmick on. They didn't let it sink in long enough.
Because it's the wrong time of day.
What you mean, wrong time of day? Yeah, it was still daylight, but it's California. I mean, shit, it wasn't. But what? 6 o'clock? I mean, what? You can't do nothing about that.
No,
it was outside. What you gonna do? Gonna wait till midnight like that?
No, you booked a match a little later on because you ruined the Demons intro.
It still wasn't even dark when it was barely dark when they did they did Roman and Cody's entrance. It was barely dark then.
But they don't need the dark. That's what I'm saying. The Demons entrances are better when it's pitch black dark and he's coming out. I don't know. It just seemed kind of off to me. Edge's thing, when Gangrel and them didn't come up, and then
it was fine.
He wearing a Doja Cat mask. I'm like, what the heck?
People were expecting Gangrel, right? So there was a little disappointment in that. Okay, I get that. But the gimmick that he had on, that was some evil looking shit. I like that. Okay, the fire and the smoke and him coming up through the elevator, old Brood shit. The video behind him, the Brood Edge. I like that. They just didn't let it simmer long enough. They needed a couple of more minutes to let it simmer before they go into him taking it off and him doing his actual entrance. They should have just let it.
Kept the Brood entrance theme song and not did the traditional Edge.
That too. That's what I'm saying. They should have let the Brood part marinate a little bit before he got to the cage. Is all I'm saying.
Disappointing.
Yeah. Where Finn Balor came in, there's really not much you can do about that because they wasn't going to do too much extra with him. They just did his regular demon entrance. And they did that because they didn't want to overshoot. They didn't want to overshadow Edge's entrance. So yeah. I mean, that was a little disappointing too because I was expecting a little bit more out of the Demons' entrance. So yeah,
maybe the
and the fact that the cage isn't red anymore, that kind of bothers me too.
Yeah, maybe they could have had the Demon come and shot him crawling through the rigging and all that stuff of the ramp and crawling his way up to the ramp elevator and then come up that way. And then come out. That way you could have had, if you're fighting the daylight, you could have had the darkness in there, lit that up in a way that was really eerie and spooky. And then, he comes up and then just in time for the music to hit and he stretches his arms and then, the crowd pops for the Demon. You could have did that, I guess. I didn't feel like for as long as it's been since we've had the Demon, he didn't get his entrance just due. The Demon did what the Demon was going to do in the match. I'm happy with that, but it just wasn't the entrance just due.
Right.
That kind of set the tone. But if we're comparing it against Hell in a Cell matches, I was mad when they stopped the match to fix Finn Balor bleeding in a Hell in a Cell match, and you stop to address the bleeding. Defeats the purpose of the Hell in a Cell match. That's like what was that? Was that whose match was that where they had to stop it because they thought somebody was injured or something like that, or they DQ'd a Hell in a Cell? I forgot. It's been a while now. I can't think of the players, but they did one of them. It's a daggone no disqualification, whatever type match, and then y'all gonna stop to check on the person, make sure they all right. That's the whole purpose of the match. Like, what do you mean? We can't beat WrestleMania now?
No, nothing. I mean, you don't stop a Hell in a Cell match for blood. I mean,
yeah. So I don't get that. But KG, you look like you want to say something about that match.
I told y'all to pick age. Y'all didn't want to listen to me. You wanted to follow the People's Choice Don Rodriguez. Now you all lost. Now I won. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and put that frog in your throat since you're over here feeling yourself. How about the fact that your boy didn't win in the main event? You should have known instantly that he was not going to win when they showed Brandy, the baby, and -1. Like, yeah, he ain't winning this.
I thought it was going to be the opposite when they had 6 grand pianos up on the gimmick, waiting on Roman. I thought there was going to be Roman.
Nah, as soon as I saw Brandy, the baby, and -1,
Say what you want to say.
in the entrance, you ain't winning this match.
Hey, look at it this way. I lost the battle, but I won the war. What's more important, losing one battle, one small measly battle, or winning the whole entire thing?
You're doing too much talking.
I won the whole thing.
Say it again.
See, you can't give people the boards, man. You can't give petty people the boards.
Yes, like
you over there being
yourself. You can't be trained.
You
He learned quickly.
Grass today.
He learned quickly.
Eddie LaBelle.
Oh man, that was funny. Go ahead, KG. I'm sorry.
I got nothing.
Yep, that's about right. You got one win out of 5 years worth of no wins. I'm gonna let you have that.
But I went on the street.
How you go on the streak 1 win?
I went on the street 3 years ago where I had 3 wins in a row. You were salty, my good sir.
I don't remember that.
Then James came in and the sumo took 2 out of you.
As long as you didn't win, so that's fine. That was charity work right there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's the type of guy I am. I share. I let other people have their moments, be able to, have reason to smoke or drink, stuff like that. You, on the other hand, no bueno. Remember the Steve Astles? No bueno. No bueno. So, WrestleMania, 2 nights in. We've got one more piece of the puzzle left to make this a trifecta. And that's going to be tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw. We'll see if it lives up to the hype. Still was keeping a glimmer of hope out, after Roman won. I was like, well, this would be a great time for The Rock to come out. As just, an end of the show pop.
Yeah.
Because if Cody's not going to go over, then that would explain it if The Rock came out. But we didn't get that either.
Let me ask you a question. Both of you gentlemen, let me ask you a question. You think they'll go old school? And with all the interference that happened tonight, you think they'll go old school and say, you know what, Roman, you got to defend both belts on Raw tonight. Cody, here's your shot. Remember, that used to happen. The night after a pay-per-view, you had a title change on Monday.
In the
because,
steel cage.
Yeah, one-on-one with the Undertaker player. How did Triple H win his first title? Mankind won on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Mankind told him you don't get a rematch because you broke Jim Ross's arm. And they made him give him a rematch. He won on Monday night. Do you think that's possible that they could actually play that again? They could play it up just like that.
It could if Roman shows up on Monday.
Just a thought.
That's the X factor at this moment.
When I tell you that probably be the highest rated Raw of 2023.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I was happy with it. I mean, I think they have a bigger program in store for Roman dropping those belts. And I don't think WrestleMania was the right time to do it.
Well, can I say something on a serious note?
Go ahead.
And then I'm done for the rest of the night.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say congratulations to the LSU Lady Tigers. To those that are upset behind the "you can't see me" gesture from Angel Reese. You mad? Stay mad, bitch.
Big mad. Mad.
And And to Caitlin Clark, don't you stop doing what you doing. You talk your shit too. Both of y'all women, all y'all women, talk your shit every day. If they're gonna be mad because you talking your shit, make them even more mad and talk more shit. All y'all ladies played fucking well. Talk your shit and walk your walk. Big ups to those ladies. Iowa and LSU, as well as South Carolina and all the other ladies that played in the tournament this year. Highest rated. Y'all did that. Pat yourselves on the back. All these people that want to come in and divide things, and people, certain folks calling other folks, and you called the woman a classist piece of shit. Your mother raised a classist piece of shit, you bitch. Don't ever disrespect no woman like that, especially a young woman that ain't did nothing to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm off my soapbox.
Just gonna let that soak in for a minute. I'm not gonna say anything about it because I thoroughly agree. One time, the three of us is in agreement that I am the greatest of all time. So tomorrow,
I'm surprised he ain't threw a body shaming line in there.
As much as you would like me to, James, no. I'll be trying to get all up on the body. So either way, tomorrow we'll convene for one more game to finish out WrestleMania weekend. So be prepared. We ain't gonna do no overtime because KG got to go to work.
That I do.
Sorry, I got to hit the button. There you go. Wrap it up. So, nothing left to be said, but treat you out, bitches. Everybody diversify no bonds or nothing?
That's James' line. I mean, the Nubian sumo supposed to be there.
You gonna say?
You said my line. You doing it backwards. Just like your ass. Just ass backwards.
I'm trying to be different. Trying to give you an opportunity. It's supposed to be said.
It's supposed to be said, but you said it, you did it backwards. I mean, you fucked it up. Just like just like WrestleMania been fucking shit up. You fucked it up. Vince.
You can't read that. Chicken scratch is not legible. What did I say? Bugs? Bray?
See that?
Is that Bray and Lashley?
Well, that was the first match that we went over. If you would have attended class, you would have known that.
We ain't got time for you. Treat you out, bitches.
Diversity.